Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jacqueline and this is Makeup Tales. Each week, while I do my makeup, I narrate a scary story or a bunch of short scary stories. If you enjoy makeup and love scary stories, then I suggest you subscribe, like, and ring that bell. Disclosure. The following stories are intended for a mature audience and may contain graphic depictions, death, gore, sexual themes, and adult language. Viewer discretion is advised. This week, I'm excited to start a new series of scary stories. There's multiple chapters to this one. It is by Reddit user Dark Mind Angel Eyes. And the story is called Be Careful When Adopting. Alright, let's get started. My husband John and I adopted a sweet baby boy a few months ago. At first, everything was fine and normal as we got used to having a small child around. Due to some medical problems I have, I was told I would probably never be able to carry a child of my own. Being so many kids need to be adopted, we decided to go that route. We honestly didn't care how old the child was, what race, or what gender. We just wanted to give a child a good home. We have wanted to be parents ever since we first got married 10 years ago. However, a few weeks ago, weird things started happening. I thought I was losing my mind from a lack of sleep, at least until John started to experience things too. I don't know, maybe we are both going crazy. Maybe it's all in our heads. Maybe none of it is even real. Things like this aren't supposed to happen. We were always taught that this kind of stuff wasn't real. At first, it was small things, like a cup falling off the table even though no one was around or close to it. We checked our AC, but it was off. This time of year in Louisiana, it gets cool enough to not have the AC on all the time, but not cold enough for the heater to be on. The first few times weren't a big deal. I mean, things fall, right? Seriously though, it gets kind of creepy when the same cup falls over and over again. Even after picking it up and placing it on the very back of the counter against the wall. After a while, it wasn't just falling and rolling off the counter anymore. Things started flying off the countertops, tables, walls. At that point, it wasn't just cups. It was everything flying feet away from where they were supposed to be. After a while, I noticed that the things only broke when he was upset. However, when he was happy, the TV would turn on, but only to upbeat musicals, which we were fine with for the most part at least. It was creepy when it would randomly turn on at 3 a.m., but it could have been worse, right? A couple of weeks ago, it was brought to my attention that when I posted pictures of him, that his eyes were super dark, to the point that if I didn't know any better, I would have thought they were pure black with a bright red ring around them. In a weird way, it was actually kind of beautiful and couldn't take your eyes off them. Though in person, his eyes just looked a beautiful shade of brown with a small black ring around them. As his hair began to grow some, his almost light brown hair turned a bright red, almost like flames from a fire. John thought it was cute that he actually looked like he could have been our biological son. We loved him like he was. John has bright red hair and blue eyes, while I have golden honey color eyes and brown hair. However, I was going through pictures I have taken of all of us over the past few months. Our son's facial features seem to be changing a lot more than either of us had really noticed. It's almost like he's trying to look like us. Which I know sounds crazy, but I've never seen a child change so much so quickly. A few nights ago, he was really upset about something, but we couldn't figure out what was wrong. I changed his diaper and clothes, tried to feed him. Even tried giving him a warm bath. However, as soon as I put him into the water, it started bubbling and became even hotter. It was so hot, it burned my hands when I picked him up. Yet nothing on him was burnt or even red. I can't lie, it terrified me in ways I never thought possible. After getting him dressed, I decided we would watch TV in the living room with John. I sat down on one side of the couch with our son in my lap, having his head rest against me. John moved closer to me. As he did, the cabinet door started rattling a little. The closer he scooted towards me, the louder it would rattle. As John leaned into me, all of the glass cups exploded. We both jumped from how loud it was, from every glass cup breaking at the same time. It was like an explosion going off in our kitchen. John got up to clean everything up for me. I swear I heard our son laugh, but it wasn't the normal baby kind of giggle. It was deep, even deeper than I've ever heard any man laugh or even talk. It definitely didn't seem natural or even from this world. After John was finished cleaning the kitchen, he sat down next to me again. Within a few seconds, a steak knife from the kitchen stabbed into the back of his arm. After calling an ambulance to take John to the hospital, I called my sister, asking her to come over to watch the baby while I went to the hospital with John. Luckily, my sister only lives a few minutes away. She pulled into the driveway just moments before the ambulance did. I followed closely behind in my car. After a couple of hours of the doctor slowly and carefully pulling the knife out, stitching up his arm right before wrapping it, they sent us home with medicine and gauze for his arm. When we pulled into the driveway, I noticed every light in my house was off. No glow from a TV or anything. I opened the front door and all I heard was a creepy kid's nursery rhyme. We both took our shoes off as we walked into the house. I reached for the light switch as John followed me into the house. I called out for my sister, but nothing. Looking around the living room and the kitchen, not able to find her. I kept calling out to her, but nothing. John and I walked into the nursery. Our son was sitting up by himself in his crib. He started to giggle, but a soft, cute baby giggle as I walked over to him. He reached his little hands out for me. I couldn't help but smile, realizing my sweet little boy just wanted his mama. I picked him up, laying his head on my shoulder as we continued to search the house. My sister would never just leave a child, especially a newborn, alone in a house. Walking into my bedroom, hoping to find my sister asleep on the bed, I turned on the light over my bed. She wasn't there, but I could faintly hear the sound of running water in my bathroom. I asked John to hold our baby while I walked to the bathroom, calling out my sister's name before opening the bathroom door. I figured she was probably taking a bath and just couldn't hear me calling her name through the house. I stepped closer to the door as my hand reached the knob. My feet felt wet. Looking down, water was beginning to run under the door. I pulled the bathroom door open, hardly able to see anything with just the light from my bedroom shining from behind me. I turned the bathroom light on. My sister was in the bath, fully clothed. Both of her wrists sliced open as the blood flowed through the bathroom with the water. Above her, written in her own blood, was a small, simple word. Run. I hope you guys enjoyed today's story. Chapter 2 will be narrated next week. And if you guys have a story you would like me to share, my email is in the description below. Also, if you're interested in what products I use, they're also listed down below. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Hey, so funny little side note. So as I was editing this video, some of my audio decided to just not want to work. So at some point during this video, you'll notice I have purple nails, and then I don't have purple nails. It was an after recording that I had to do, so what can you do? It's the fun of editing. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week.